double-digit thousands stacks.
My little brother, he's my all-star point guard, superstar point guard, and if he decides he wants to say the earth is flat, then so be it. So he's an interesting guy, man, and he believes it. So, Kyrie, the earth is flat, right? Yeah. So, whatever. That's news. There we go.
With the flat earth thing, is that something that you truly believe?
Does it matter?
Yeah.
For what?
Well, I mean,
What's so important about that?
you have millions of fans.
Out of all the podcasts, that's what you took out of it? The flat earth?
You were asked again about it.
Yeah. I mean, the fact that that could be news all over the world just shows you how
What does it show?
it is. I mean, the fact that it's a social phenomenon that Kyrie thinks the world is flat is hilarious to me.
Well, again, you have lots and lots of fans, and the fans listen.
So that affects them?
It may.
Oh, okay. I mean, it doesn't really have a relevance over my life. I mean, I just feel like that the fact that it's even a conversation is hilarious. That could actually be news. That's hilarious to me.
Some people thought you were joking. You're not joking, though, right?
No, I mean, it was just like a point that, the fact that that could actually be real news. Like everything that's going on, that Kyrie Irving thinks the world is flat. So, we could ask like relevant questions. What's going on in the world? Like what's really going on? But you know what I'm saying? Or what I really believe, or who I really am. That'd be nice. But the fact that that's what everyone got out of the podcast, that's hilarious to me.
Well, we can get to who you are, certainly, but is this something that you believe?
I mean, does it matter? That's what I'm asking.
Well,
Does it matter to you, like that I think that the world is flat, or I think that the world is round?
I mean, you
or is it like just the fact that we're sitting here asking questions? Do I think the world is flat?
And you said this, so that's why it matters. Everybody wants to know who you believe.
I'm gonna believe what I believe, and then whether I think the world is flat or whether I think the world is round. I mean, believe what I believe.
You were a trending topic on Twitter today. Do you know?
I just found that out.
What's your thoughts on that? I mean, it's an interesting.
I think people should do their own research, man. And then hopefully they'll either back my belief or they'll kind of throw it in the water. I think it's interesting for people to find out.
You've seen pictures of the planet, though, right? Like it's a circle. So
I've seen a lot of things that that my educational system has said that was real and turned out to be completely fake. So I mean, I don't mind going against the grain in terms of my thoughts and what I believe. I have a theory that dinosaurs existed, but I mean, they make up they find one bone and they make up 98% of it digitally, and then they give it to the pictures of what they think they should look like. So.
Cheers. Welcome to this edition of Road Tripping with RJ and Channing, and I'm just gonna basically say, I guess, the originals, because guess who is back?
Back by popular
the one and
demand.
only Kyrie Alfred. Any middle
Irving.
name works. Andrew's my middle name, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Andrew.
That's where Uncle Drew comes from.
Uncle Drew.
Did not know
movie
that.
coming
out. Plug.
That's dope. Is it gonna be on Netflix?
Nah. No, I probably will.
It will. It will get there.
Okay.
Oh, let's get to that in a moment. I'm your host, Allie Clifton, and we are again in the air, flying from Boston to Atlanta.
It was a good game. My mind commanding my body.
Yes.
Here we go.
Oh, man, I love it. Think about it.
And just really get into it.
Speaking of your mind, Kai, and
I've never answered so many questions about Kyrie's mind.
It's a great segue. Now, for all the listeners, Kyrie, he is our most consistent guest host. We're not going to just call him a guest; he's an actual host because he's been here on the most.
That's why called us the originals.
Yes, he is definitely one of the originals.
The OGs.
Were you caught off guard by the amount of attention that it got? We weren't as a group because we know you're highly intelligent.
I'm not going to lie, I was.
Yeah, and it was All-Star Weekend too. Were you caught off guard when Adam Silver is answering questions, Neil deGrasse Tyson is answering questions? Like you have
Bill Nye the
Science Guy was not happy with you.
No.
Where
I didn't expect him to be though.
Yeah, but I understand.
Yeah.
What were your thoughts when you were answering questions about this All-Star Weekend?
Well, one, I was actually I found it somewhat hilarious just by the reaction it got. That right there before we went into All-Star Weekend, we talked about this.
Yeah.
We were like, this is going to be crazy. Going into All-Star Weekend, flat Earth, round Earth, conversation, go get it. Aliens, no conspiracy theories. So as I'm at All-Star Weekend, I'm starting to see, different news channels, different people pick it up, and it almost felt like, I was standing on top of a pendulum, and I was like
swinging back and forth.
I was swinging back and forth, and then it gave everyone a chance to just look at me, and then if they didn't agree with me, kind of like throw rocks at me.
Yeah.
Just like, no, he can't believe this. And then you got all these science experts, guys that have been studying the space, the Earth, everything for so many years. And I'm sitting back and I'm like, okay, the fact that, that this is opening up conversation, I'm happy with that.
Yeah.
Right. The fact that it became a conversation starter, and honestly, people were asking me questions and they were looking at me like I didn't have a brain on, or my parents didn't raise me the right way, or something there's something wrong, definitely wrong with this kid. And that's when I started to I took a step back and I was like, okay, this is more than just what I just said. This right here opened up
Pandora's box.
Bunch of things.
Which is funny because
whole bunch of information as well.
For a while, it was, at least from my perspective, when I would do radio hits about this, it was, you all have missed the overall message of what Kyrie was trying to say. But then when you say it like that, it's like you actually had people out there thinking.
Yeah.
Which is kind of like.
And that's all we should do.
And that's fine. And it's okay to think something that I guess the majority wouldn't
it's out of the
think.
box.
Yeah, right.
I just didn't like the fact that us being able to celebrate our individuality and things that we ultimately hold on to, and just because we don't believe what the world thinks or majority thinks, then why punish that? That's the only thing I felt like that got misconstrued, is just that it's okay to believe one thing. It's okay to have your own thoughts and be able to function and be able to formulate your own thoughts and opinions and then still be able to convey them to other people.
Well, one of the things that, so they asked us, ESPN called us and was like, hey, can we use the audio? And I was like, well, I don't feel comfortable. I was like, I would want to ask Kyrie, but you were getting answered so many questions anyway, so I didn't want to even bother you with this. So we decided not to even bring it up. But I went and did the jump with Rachel Nichols. Shout out, we love you, babe. And one of the things that it was talked about was, I said conspiracy theories. I'm like, if you look at conspiracy theories, it's who shot JFK.
Yeah. We can go down the line.
Chemtrails. What chemtrails was 9/11 an inside job?
Yeah.
Go down
How did our road tripping handle?
No. Yes.
Did you hear about this?
Kai, no BS. No BS.
Okay.
So
Now
listeners. So Kai joked.
Channing Frye, do not put me on a hot list, please. Lord have mercy.
Kyrie told us
happening.
that we were going to be on a watch list, and I want to say all the fans that remember this and the few listeners and followers that we have, you guys remember that our Instagram was down for 48 hours. All-Star weekend. And this is what the crazy part about it is people could say, oh, we tried to do that to add to the conspiracy, but no. We would have gotten 10,000 more followers just based off all the attention that we were getting. So we're looking at our Instagram and trying to figure out why it's down. Mind you, it was certified by the NBA. It was verified by Instagram. So we had an official account that once we started talking about the world is flat, all of a sudden our account went away till Monday. Yeah. That right now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but man, that's a hell of a coincidence.
And flatearth.com.
Flat Earther.
Flat Earther.
Got hacked?
Yep, hacked.
Wait, what?
Yeah, oh yeah. We were joking around, and me and the wife were like, let's go just check flatearther.com. And it was like, oh yeah, you've been hacked. And literally before we talked about it, because, my boys, we always talk about all this kind of crazy stuff. We have one boy who's super
You still
into
believe
it.
in the Illuminati, which
100%.
I
do, but I'm not going to do anything about it. Don't put me on the hot list.
I don't buy into the Illuminati.
You're crazy.
I do.
You're crazy.
Yes,
the most powerful people meet in a certain place every year. It is documented. What do you think these people talk about?
They're not the Illuminati, though.
Okay, it's a word. It's not necessarily that's what they're called. But if you
the Illuminati is a specific group of people from the dawn of time. If you're saying there's a ton of powerful people that meet, yes,
at least 20 or less.
What is the summit?
What is the summit?
There's a summit that everyone gets together and meets all the time.
What do they meet about?
They talk about world issues and what's going on. These are the most powerful people. Yes, they should meet. But I wouldn't say when you classify them in the Illuminati, that's almost like a religious group that's controlling. Like, that's just a different kind of mentality there.
How is that a different kind of mentality? Hey, 15 people are going to decide.
Well, I'm saying if Bill Gates and Warren Buffett and these guys all want to get together, these guys control the American economy. I wouldn't say just because they've accumulated wealth that they are now a part of the Illuminati. But they should get together.
Are they invited to that?
They're invited wherever they want to go, to tell you the truth, for that amount of money.
I'm just be quiet. Hey, listen, guys.
See, Channing's afraid.
Yep. Don't put me on a hot list. That's all I got.
Do we have a new Netflix series coming out?
No,
don't get me started. Okay,
Allie,
plug.
It's okay. It's okay. The only reason why I say it's okay is because this feeling that you're getting in your stomach, that we're talking about something that
uncomfortable.
It makes people very uncomfortable.
It makes me very uncomfortable.
It's okay. It's okay. And I'm going to tell you why it's okay. I'm going to tell you why it's okay because, look, fundamentally, when you start thinking about, of course, conspiracy theories, your mind starts wondering because a lot of the answers and a lot of the questions that we've had since we were kids, a lot of beliefs that have been given to us have been changed over time because of the information that's been given to us and the truth that we've come to find out. So when they start talking about the Illuminati and all this stuff, and obviously these groups of people, mind you, we don't know for sure whether they exist or not. We don't know. We don't know. But the fact that there is a belief means that there is something that we're holding on to as individuals that may be on our minds. That's all. Don't feel like because it makes you feel uncomfortable.
I like feeling uncomfortable.
It's okay. I'm telling you, it's normal because we don't know much about it, and we don't sit here and take guesses. Obviously, they.
No,
well, I keep saying they, and they kept asking me who they was. Keep asking me.
The man.
They kept asking me who they was. Mind you, there is this thing that controls all of our lives, and it's almost like this thin, and it goes from
a napkin.
It goes from country to country. And this little piece of tree that runs our lives, this money, and all the things that basically they say we have to have in order to survive and be at a different class. And I told you guys about the separation that they've given us.
Oh, man.
And the fact that the world or America owes – who do we owe $1 quadrillion
China.
to?
They not go see
I'm asking you, like as humans, though, who do we owe $1 quadrillion to? And I may be making that up, but the fact that we owe
I think it's like
other money,
200 trillion.
Who?
China.
Yo, that's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying.
For what?
Everything.
Yeah,
when's the last time?
But you guys remember?
Yeah, when's the last time what?
Hey, do you guys remember the too big to fail? China couldn't have us. They couldn't call in their debt. The whole world economy would go. Hey, wait.
No,
not going to go there? Okay.
Not that. We can talk about that, but I'm just saying that what space is and how it exists in terms of what stars are,
how
and
minute
we
are.
That's what I'm saying.
Unbelievable.
Just tell us. You're sending up all these things.
But
all these vehicles up there that are running. First off, the fact that
what are you talking about?
Do you know, we're talking about all the vehicles we put in Mars.
Okay, who was the man that walked on the moon?
Neil Armstrong.
Yes.
The fact that his footprints don't look the same comparatively to the boots that there are in the museum is ridiculous.
How do you know that?
You can look it up. I look up these stuff. I look up these things all the time.
Okay.
His boot print is not the same. So you want me to really sit back after you've proven to me? They have a picture of it and his boots side by side. I need an explanation.
Well, there's dust and there's cosmic winds.
Have
you not seen Armageddon?
In Moon.
Have you not seen Armageddon? They were going to put cosmic winds.
No,
Dark Side of the Moon.
No, but I have a very firm belief that what they're putting out in front of us is there for a reason. It just depends on whether you want to believe in the truth or not. Exactly. The fact that they can make all these movies with alien descriptions and really, they're not going
Nobody's
off
that imaginative. Nobody is that imaginative.
Strictly just brain power, and this is just creative things that we're going to put out to everybody. To what? Ultimately, put an alien movie out for what?
Wait right here. So this is what I want. This is what I want to get at.
Let's get at it.
Kyrie Irving, Do you believe there are aliens?
Okay. Yes.
I'm asking. Okay, yes.
I believe there are.
Yes.
Channing Frye, do you believe there are
100%.
aliens?
But I don't even want to say
100%.
alien. I just want to say that there are extraterrestrial beings
100%.
that exist, or there are
In
other
the universe.
beings in the universe.
Yes, I would agree.
In the
I would
universe.
Agree. I would agree with that. In the vast universe,
Oh my God, yeah.
I would say yes.
Do you believe? Do you
I-
believe
Do I
that
believe
the Earth
th-
is round?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You believe that Earth is round?
Yes, but I heard the new one that the Earth.
There's
is,
no new one. There is no new
it's-
one.
Okay, I heard some
Do
crazy
you believe?
one. My
Do
boy
you
is
believe
huge
that
into
we
that.
are? Do you believe? Do you
This is
believe?
gonna sound crazy. Ben Diggles, this is a shout out to you. He came to us and he listens to super conspiracy
Yes.
theory guy.
This is
Talking about
not even
how the Earth
conspiracy.
is flat.
Yeah, no, the Earth is flat.
Oh, my God, here we go.
The Earth is flat. Earth is flat. When
Have
Okay,
you ever
let's
had
go.
vertigo? The Earth is not flat.
Let's go.
Come on,
Let's
Kai.
go.
no,
Say-
I'm just
say
saying
it.
that
Earth
they,
is not flat.
no,
Let's
that,
hear
that
this. This is
all
what I
these
wanna hear.
things that particular groups. I won't even pinpoint one group that they almost offer up this education. The fact that in our lifetimes that there are so many holes and so many pockets
In our
of-
history.
in our
It's
history.
Unbelievable.
But by the way, I want to go.
Let's
I
not
want
even
to say
get
that
to the
there is
pyramids.
there is
Oh,
just
God.
history. I don't want to dictate it to one race, dictate it to any one particular type of people or anything like that. History is history, and it's happened long before us, and it's going to happen after us, and it always repeats itself somehow in some way.
yeah, because we're stupid.
All these things that they keep giving to us,
All right,
all
the
this
BS.
information.
They're giving us bad hamburgers from McDonald's, dog.
You like the hamburger?
I don't eat the hamburgers. Only
That you can
chicken
compare
sandwich.
to watching your child be born. Yeah.
I have
Okay.
3, so I've seen a lot of
I'm
things.
just saying that these things that ultimately used to put me in fear in this
Yeah.
thing, and it used to be like, oh man, it makes you not want to question it naturally.
Yes.
Because of how much information you actually can figure out and how much information there actually is out there.
Yeah.
It's crazy. You can anything that you have a particular question on. Okay, is the world flat? Is the
Earth
world
flat?
is the Earth flat or round?
Yeah.
I think you need to do research on it. Like ultimately,
But
I'm
who's
not
to
gonna,
say the research that you do is going to give you the answer? Like,
Oh, it's-
who
oh, it's
actually
go-
has the answer?
Because it's right in front of our faces. I'm telling you, it's right in front of our faces. They lie to us.
Who?
So wait.
That's what I'm saying.
The
That-
man.
that's the question. It's not the man. It's not the man. It's not the man. It's not the man. What are we in 1998 movie? Yeah, the man. Oh wait, I was just talking to somebody about the man the other day. I got mad at him the other day. Yeah, the man. He's holding me down.
Hold me down.
That. What were we saying?
So wait, Kai.
He
So
took me off. He took me off.
This
What were you
is
saying,
great.
Alex?
So-
oh, who are they?
Yeah.
They. Okay.
Kai, real quick.
Okay.
Okay, real
Go
quick. Do you believe the Earth is round or flat?
Look, for what I've known for as many years, and
What
what
you've
I've
been
come
taught.
to believe, what I've been taught, is that the Earth is round.
Yes.
But I mean, if you really think about it from a landscape of the way we travel, the way we move, and the fact that can you really think of us rotating around the sun and all planets aligned, rotating in specific dates, being perpendicular with what's going on with these planets and stuff like this.
How are you
And
going to put
that-
planets in quotations?
I'm going to put
implying that-
planets because everything that they send or they want to say that they're sending,
They thought Pluto was
doesn't
a planet
come back.
until like 4 years ago.
it doesn't come back. There's no concrete information except for the information that they're giving us. They're particularly putting you in a direction of what to believe and what not to believe. And the truth is right there. You just got to go searching for it.
Allie, how
I've
do
been
you-
searching for it for a while.
That's what I'm. Why search for something you're never going to find an answer to?
Well, what do you
It's
mean?
Why
the,
mess
because the
with-
journey of finding it because
Yeah.
it's like it's almost expanding. Like
Who wants to go on a journey that doesn't have an end?
this is called life.
What do you mean?
Who wants to go on a journey that has no end? You're not going to ever find out.
Well, that's what I'm saying. See, that's why you have to put some of those things on hold.
Some
See,
of what
like,
things?
all right, so the conspiracy theories, like I used to be, like I can go on,
Right, all day.
like about all the questions I have, but what it really came down to for me was everything that was particularly thrown in front of me, I had to just be like, okay, look, this is all a facade. Like this is all something that they ultimately want me to believe in. That is
Right.
true, whether or not or whatever. But now there is a certain aspect of life in which I want to tell people about, which is this true journey of really becoming a complete individual in total freedom of thought. Like, do you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
See,
God, man.
no,
Joe,
I mean,
with you.
God, preach, brother.
I'm with you.
Freedom of thought where
It's not so much
emotions,
the journey, it's the ability to question things.
Yeah,
It's the
but
ability to question things.
it's the
not
ability
ever
to
get an
question
answer.
things.
Yeah,
But
like,
even if an answer doesn't come back, that you're perfectly fine with that because you were never living in that particular truth.
Right.
There's a falseness in stories and things that people want you to believe, and ultimately what they throw in front of us. And
Kyrie,
you dictate all that.
many years and moons down the road when you are no longer on this earth, what do you want people to remember you or know you as?
he questioned that the earth was flat.
That there was a far bigger purpose and calling for me, bigger than basketball. This game, I love it so much. I dedicate a lot of my time to it, but I also have found out that working on myself can also coincide with being a basketball player and being the best that I can be. I always thought that, okay, I don't have the energy. So when I go home, I listen to Jitu Krishnamurti, and I'm listening to audiobooks while I'm taking naps, and I'm thinking about things. So ultimately, not only for my generation, but the next generation, after that, the current generation, how do I make an impact by not just coming out and say I support one group or one race, or I support this, and then ultimately it has an opposite. If it has an opposite, if it has something that the other person can say is negative, then that means that ultimately it's not the truth. The ultimate truth is one way no matter what. If we live in that truth every single day, it's only one way. There is no, well, I want to be friends with this person, or I want to talk about, okay, we'll bring up like police brutality. All right, we'll talk about this for months and months and months and months and months. But still, I mean, we can change the job landscape. We could change this. We could change that. But at the end of the day, until we fundamentally love one another and understand that the journey in terms of where we all come from has some beauty in it while we're all brought together. I didn't say that by any chance when I said that the championship team was brought together for any reason. Like, little things like that and moment-to-moment things like, okay, take an appreciation for you getting ready for a game. Why don't you take a second just to enjoy the shower that you in? When's the last time you ever just was like, you know what? I'm not worried about anything but this moment right now. I'm only worried about loving this next person that I love. I'm only worried about getting everything I can get out of myself in the game of basketball. I'm only worried about getting everything I can take knowledgeable in this book. That's how you live in every single moment, free of thought. You're just like, you're not emotionally attached to one thing. So me being in a conversation with someone else, I'm going to give them everything. But also I can share with everyone else. I have enough energy to give it to everybody. So selfish in sharing that energy. It's like there's enough. There's enough of all of us to go around. There's enough moments and energy for all of us to live in that. And I believe in that. I really do. And I'm still learning how to communicate that with people through my actions, through who I am. I want to be free of my emotions. I want to be free of thought. I want to be in total freedom. I want to be in control of this. So ultimately, I can share with everyone, and then I still have it for myself.
I'm gonna need some documents. I'm gonna need you to send me some articles.
I'll send
you. So this next time
your Snapchat is about to get blown up. Homie.
Why?
It's just so many.
I
people
call
are
it being
send
awake.
you stuff.
I call it being awake.
I need
being awake.
Yeah, awake.
People,
you need to be woke.
Awake. Yeah.
People out there,
awake.
listen. This is what I need you to do. I need you to put on our Instagram page, Road Tripping. I need you to put links to articles that we need to read about the world being flat. If you have stuff on unicorns and the Tooth Fairy and Santa Claus, I'm down to read those too. I'm not big on the Easter Bunny, but I'm interested in gaining some knowledge.
No, I think we all are. I think we all are. There's this point that we all come to where you want to really, really, really question things, but in our society, you're frowned upon when you ask. You're frowned upon when you want to learn more knowledge about something that makes someone else feel uncomfortable.
Like Columbus Day.
Oh my God!
No, I agree. And that's what I'm saying.
But that's what you're taught. You're
Yeah.
taught Columbus discovered America.
Yeah.
And it was like, it just really, in the last 10 years, people have been like, okay, enough with this whole Columbus discovered America stuff.
Think about this. As much knowledge as you have for surviving life, how much of that came from, or surviving just your life in general? So I'm talking about your job, your family.
Yeah.
How much of that actually came from, your educational system, or like things that you've learned over time where you join a conversation, you have knowledge about it, but you're like, I'm not too sure about that. Did we get that? I think that comes from our educational system, brother.
Yeah, I have yet to use algebra.
Hey, we just landed.
No, we did. We talked for the whole time.
We talked for the whole time. That was a good conversation.
And it could still go on.
We could.
So it will
Absolutely.
be to be continued.
Absolutely. Don't get me wrong. I still will pay my taxes. I still will do things in order to survive in this here America. I will still do everything and love this country.
Well, Kai, man, we have one more game, man. But just.
Do you believe
I
that
believe
the Earth is round?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You believe that Earth is round?
Yes, but I heard the new one that the Earth.
There's no new one. There is no new one.
Okay, I heard some crazy one. My boy
do you believe that we are? Do you believe?
This could sound crazy. Ben Diggles, this is a shout out to you. He came to us and he listens to super conspiracy theory guy.
This is not even conspiracy.
The Earth is flat.
Yeah, no, the Earth is flat.
Oh, here we go.
The Earth is flat.
There was a very sizzling hot topic from over the weekend. It was Kyrie Irving sharing his thoughts on Earth. Take a listen.
I love you guys.
No, the Earth is flat.
Oh, here we go.
The Earth is flat. There is no concrete information except for the information that they're giving us. They're particularly putting you in a direction of what to believe and what not to believe.
I don't know. I haven't done enough research, but I know it may be flat.
Is this like a long troll game? Are we being trolled?
I don't think we're being trolled because if you want to talk about anything that's scientific, two things must be met. Two underlining materials and variables are: is it reliable and is it valid? I just got off of a flight from Connecticut seeing my daughter, and this is a reliable. She's doing good.
And let me guess, the plane went straight. So
let me just say this, Mama. So I heard Kyrie talking about it, and I said, let me do my own scientific experiment. Let me take a look out this window.
Nope.
At 36,000 feet, I saw the skyline. And you know what I didn't see? A round skyline.
I'm out.
Was flat from the left, and I went on the other side of the plane. It was flat on the right.
You
know what?
So dumb.
Kyrie done broke it down to y'all. And if y'all don't want to get on this train,
Roy,
now I realize why people say stick with sports. That's because of you. What do you mean? That's why people say stick with sports.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
He's been here before.
Your scientific research extended to you lifting up the window shade and going, okay.
Basic experiment.
Back down.
Was it coach or was it first class? No, it was actually coach. I had to pay for it. It wasn't on the company dime. So it was coach. That makes a difference, right? It's flat at coach. First class gets the round view. Coach gets the flat view.
30 years, we sent space shuttles up with cameras.
Are you sure?
Pointed them back at the Earth, and it was a ball.
Oh, really? This is the first time that our government or any agency has ever duped the public. That will be the first time? Oh, no, it won't. So how do you trust those camera shots?
Science.
By scientists who are imperfect.
So what's at the end of
don't touch me.
Have
you ever seen the round Earth with your own eyes, Mama Lito?
Oh, so you think those pictures are doctored?
Girl, I got Photoshop.
You think the satellite imagery is doctored?
I think that right now I have to trust too much to a point of doubt that the world is round.
What's happening at the edge of the Earth?
Oh man, you just got to keep
waterfall
like that. What do you mean? It's just one linear plane of existence.
Oh, it's an infinite.
Yes, an infinite linear plane of existence. You go west, you go Japan, and then you keep going back, and you're going to end up in California.
Not drag Japan into this.
Don't drag any other countries.
Your idiocy.
Admit it. You've
no,
doubted
you know what
it
I'm
before.
going to admit? I'm going to admit that the world is getting dumber by every second.
Shout out your high school system.
I'm valedictorian while you're at. Hey,
Kyrie Irving. I don't know. Did you see?
No.
You saw this, right?
Don't get me started.
I gotta know.
Okay, well, I'll let you finish your question. Go.
Kyrie Irving says that he, even though has been told the world is round, believes it to be flat. What is your thought process on this?
So, okay, let me be blunt, okay? We live in a free country. So you ought to be able to think and say whatever you want. If he wants to think Earth is flat, go right ahead. As long as he continues to play basketball and not become head of any space agency.
That's a great point.
So my point is, if you have certain limitations of understanding of the natural world, stay away from jobs that require that. Okay, the understanding. That's all. That's all. That's all I'm saying. And we'll try to convince them along the way, because I think it's better when we have an educated electorate rather than a scientifically illiterate electorate. Just better all around. But it's a free country, and I will. And he can say and think it. And plus, he's college educated, right? Last I checked,
he is. Yeah.
Right. So yeah, as long as he stays a basketball player and stays away from NASA, we're fine. Or what we do is take everybody who thinks Earth is flat and launch them into space.
There you go.
And then wonder whether we got budget to bring them back, right? Send them around Earth a few times, and then only when the last of them agrees do we then agree to bring them back.
For Complex News, I'm Hanuman Welch. Did you know that the Earth is flat? If you've ever been under the impression that we actually live on a globe, you're a sucker and a pawn of the globalists looking to keep you living in ignorance. But don't take my word for it. Noted flat Earth truther and future former Cleveland Cavaliers player Kyrie Irving is unfortunately helping to spread the conspiracy among our nation's children. While speaking to NPR, middle school teacher Nick Gurl said that his students, thanks to Irving, staunchly believe that the world is flat. Gurl remarked, "And immediately I started to panic. How have I failed these kids so badly that they think the Earth is flat just because a basketball player says it? They think that I'm part of this larger conspiracy of being a round earther. That's definitely hard for me because it feels like science isn't real to them." The educator said that he has tried to get the students to understand that the world is indeed round to no avail. The influence of Irving was just too strong. Irving's flat Earth worldview became known earlier this year while the basketball players spoke to Richard Jefferson and Channing Frye on a podcast. The Earth is flat. This is not even a conspiracy theory. I'm telling you, it's right in front of our faces. They lie to us. What I've been taught is that the Earth is round. But if you really think about it from a landscape of the way we travel, the way we move, and the fact that you can really think of us as rotating around the sun and all planets align rotating at specific dates, being perpendicular with what's going on with these planets. Irving, who's not a trained scientist in any classical sense of the word, maintains that if one were to walk north long enough, they'd simply fall off the edge of our planet as if it were a shitty board game.